my name is Ken. I'm a sauce daddy and these are my sauce babies. We are Singapore's last 100% traditional, handmade and natural soy sauce. So the difference between natural, traditional soy sauce versus the chemical soy sauce is the same as having an orange drink. One that is freshly squeezed versus one that is an orange concentrate or orange cordial. If it's really cheap and commercial ones, there is no real soybean in the soy sauce.
The process starts by us sourcing for quality soybeans from Bhutan and Canada. So after we steam the beans, we'll lay out on trays. Once it's cooked, we add in koji. It's a kind of mold that converts and ferments soybean into soy sauce.
After the 3 days, they are transferred into these vats, and then we add in our formula of a brine solution, which is essentially salt and water, and then it continues to ferment over the next 9 months. Just like a child or even a pet, we actually have to take care of it on a daily basis. After 9 months, the top will be the beans, the soy sauce will be at the bottom. I'm going to show you something precious. Our Nanyang soy salt is naturally crystallized in the sun and aged for over 10 years. It's one of the most precious salt in the world. So the difference between this salt and normal salt is that it's not just salty, but also umami. Very nice. So it started with my grandfather. He came in the 40s. When he came over, he had nothing but a singlet on his back and a small little packet of koji. He was very poor, so he would use it to flavor his porridge and give it to his friends. So they gave him the idea, why don't you start making it as a business? So that's how he started. For a good 13 to 14 years, I was in the training and consulting business. My parents, the elders in the family, Gen 2, were in their 60s and 70s, and they were all tired. So I knocked and said, can I come in? I want to help. Because I was the eldest grandson that spent the most time with my grandfather before he passed on. So I always felt this sense of duty and responsibility to come back and help. I learned many things from my grandfather. So I learned the importance of values and integrity. There was a time where he had a meeting with a group of consultants. And I was seated beside him, and all of a sudden he stood up and he pointed at me. And he said, if I don't dare to feed my grandson this soy sauce, how can I feed the rest of Singapore? The consultants were trying to sell him a faster, cheaper way to make soy sauce using chemicals. That was when he got really angry and he chased them out. That left a deep impression because it meant that he was not willing to shortchange his customers. 那个过程是怎么样？就是你的经历是怎么样？
我们那个时候好像说好像不像现在的小孩子这样很幸福。我都跟着阿公在工厂帮忙啊。
She is the eldest of 6 siblings, but being the eldest, she takes care of the rest of the siblings. When my grandfather passed away, business was passed down to the brothers. So my mom got the Stewards of Intangible Cultural Heritage Award, and I think it's a big recognition for her for all long years of work in the soy sauce factory.
我辛苦了大半辈子，终于拿到这个奖，所以我很高兴啊。就有回报了。
这是一种认可。
认可。
So from Nanyang Sauce, we launched Nanyang Chef with my business partner Jenny. It highlights the different sauces that we have. we launched it as a private dining concept, but the focus, the uniqueness is that we focus on wellness ingredients sourced from different parts of the world. So for example, we feature Bhutan's organic red rice. And with the red rice, we actually have a very interesting Engkabang Sarawak butter. So it's a plant-based butter from a tree that fruits every 4 to 5 years only. Second dish that we'll do is codfish with our Nanyang soy sauce together with apong salt. So it's found on the Borneo island as well, where it's actually gathered through the nipao leaves. It has a very smoky with a bit of a salty and a sweet flavor to it. So here I have with me my BFF for 20 over years. I first met him when I was in college in NJC. He was my best man at my wedding.
So for him to switch gear and then take over the family business, that came as a little bit surprise to me. But what he did with it didn't surprise me at all, which is a little bit ahead of his time or our time. He took a different slant to it. He looked at it from a different angle, and he actually made good use of his strengths to tell the story behind the brand and the business that he took over.
A lot of people thought I had a midlife crisis. It's with a creative lens and finding my niche in this very congested, crowded marketplace and finding our own path.
But I can hear like the vibration now.
Several years ago, a researcher from a government institution wanted to test our beans for different properties. So when they told me that they found anti-aging, antioxidant, whitening properties, the connection was made to skincare. And it was a big move because from gut microbiome, we jumped right into skin microbiome.
This is the Power Serum. It is skincare for whitening your skin. It is made of fermented soybeans and koji.
My daughter is Kate, and to give tribute to the koji that ferments the soybean to soy sauce, so I call it Kate Koji. Kate, I think she's taking after me. She has her own ideas, very entrepreneurial.
So when we are doing experiment and we realized that our K extract has very high content in anti-aging properties and also whitening, and it has the microbiome to balance our scalp. So we have these two serum.
This range we started formulating, working on the R&D for the last 1 year, and we are launching it this month. Never in a million years would I imagine that I'll be doing skincare. I even went to study and have now a certificate in microbiology. Then I realized that everything is connected. The gut microbiome, the skin microbiome, and even the cancer microbiome, which is what we've been working on.
So when we launched our Koji range, an Australian customer called Mark contacted us one day and said that after putting our serum, his skin cancer spots on his face disappeared. We were shocked. So we went to a research collaboration agreement, tested on more than 20 different cancer cell lines, and the results to date are very promising.
I think the goal is really to find out what exactly is the active ingredient in this extract. Once the results show promising data, the next step is really to bring this data into clinical trials and see whether the same effect can be seen in our patients. This is extremely exciting because in our line of work we are always excited to look at new innovative ways to look for new cancer drugs, and it came quite unexpectedly that a natural product that comes from fermented soybeans may actually have an impact on cancer care.
These are over 100-year-old seasoned vets. They are rescued from Malaysia, and we're going to be sending these to Bhutan, and we're going to be opening right in Bhutan.
I entered the family business selling soy sauce, but my biggest achievement could be a cancer treatment drug.
I think my first 20 years was about business and entrepreneurship. So my next 20 years will be about wellness and the microbiome. I believe that in my life, I want to collect different experiences. Because throughout life, we all meet with obstacles, transitions, challenges, and how do we reinvent ourselves and live again.